We're here with Professor Gordon Minty, who, among other things, was a champion in the Mid-American Conference a few years ago for Eastern Michigan. And you're one of the officials at the meet today. Let's talk about what you're doing here today.
Well, I'm just running the chute, helping to run the chute, making sure that the runners come through with the new systems that we have now with the chips. It's relatively easy. It's much better than when we used to have to make sure people stayed in the position in the chutes. But nowadays we just make sure that they have their chips on as they cross the line, that they keep that area clear. It's gone from one of the hardest jobs. It's gone from one of the hardest jobs to actually one of the easiest jobs we have. So I can actually watch the race now, whereas before it used to be real hectic. But this new chip system really helps.
Well, everybody at Indiana State seems to be involved doing something today. It's quite a tradition that you've built up over the years. Have you been running the chute for a while now?
Yeah, quite a few years, but it's all because of John McNichols, the coach at Indiana State. He was the one that envisioned this and got it off the ground, and he's had a lot of volunteers to help. There's a lot of people around that enjoy helping, so we're real glad it's here, and we enjoy the meet.
Well, it certainly is a wonderful course, and it's great for spectators and that kind of thing, but let's talk a little bit about your career at Eastern Michigan. You originally are from England, right?
Right. I was originally from England. I was working in Massachusetts and looking for a place to run, and Coach Parks at the time was kind of an aggressive recruiter. He kept calling me and sold me on it. I still remember one of the things he sold me on, and he said he said Michigan's an ideal place to run because the average temperature is about 50 degrees. And then when I got there I realized what he meant was in the summer it's 100 degrees and in the winter it's 0 degrees. So he was honest. He was right. But it worked out well.
Well, you also won the Free Press Marathon at least once, didn't you?
Yeah, I did that, and I won it once, and actually I won it twice. Before it was called the Free Press, I won it when it was all on Belle Isle, and then I won it again when they ran it from Canada through into the Detroit Belle Isle like they do now. Yeah.
And you had a pretty solid marathon time of what, 2:13, 2:14, something like that?
Yeah, 2:12. Was it 2:12 or 2:30? Yeah, 2:12:32, I think was my best time.
Woo, that's pretty good.
Well, I was hoping I could go faster. I really thought that if I had gotten the right race with the right weather and that, I could have gone under 2:11. And I really wish I had, because when I was much younger, it was such a struggle to break 5 minutes for a mile that it would have been quite an accomplishment to be able to say, you know, later on that I was able to string 26 of them back to back 5-minute miles. So I wish I'd done that.
Well, you know, that's it's an interesting having a regret, but you had a career that really spanned a lot of different distances, didn't it?
Yeah, I ran the mile a lot. I was fortunate that I was one of the better milers we had on the team, so I often ran the relays and that, the 1 mile. So that's another regret I have. I never realized at the time the importance of the 4-minute mile. I figured my 5,000 meter time was the equivalent of much better than a 4-minute mile, so I never really bothered. I ran mile races because I enjoyed it and ran to win. I never set my mind to run a 4-minute mile, and I wish I had now. I wish I'd, you know, attempted a mile.
Well, you know, you can have regrets, but you certainly helped put Eastern Michigan cross country and track and field on the map. And I know Coach Parks was always alluding to the value you were to the team. So I think all those efforts are nothing to regret.
Oh, no, I mean, I have very fond memories, and I don't really regret anything. There were some things I'd like to have done different, and I think that's the nature of the sport, that when you finish, you think of ways in which you could have maybe done better, and that reflects in everyday life. I think you just keep striving to do better, and then you think about how you could have done better, and so what you accomplish in track and field, I think, rolls over in the regular everyday life.
And you're teaching mechanical engineering now, is that right?
No, actually, it's technology management that I teach. So.
Okay, so here you are managing technology at the finish line. So.
Well, trying to figure out the technology, like everybody else. It moves quickly, the technology. So.
Well, it's great to see it come full circle and to see you here at the finish line at this fabulous meet. And thank you for talking with us.
Oh, thank you. I enjoyed it. Thanks.